Happy Thursday! Thank you for joining me. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make lovely and quirky hand embroidery kits. And I am here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. That's 9:30 Eastern and 6:30 Pacific. And it is a time where we can relax and craft together for about an hour. And I work on projects from beginning to end, so you can be part of the whole process along the way and just come and chit chat and hang out with me. So tonight we are continuing on the Betz White, that's the designer, the Betz White Lil Felt Village, and we are making the spooky clock tower from that. And we have some of the parts already stitched, so here's the base, the bottom part. It'll end up being like a cute little stand like that. Look at the adorable little door, and we did the bricks last night, and we are starting on the next level up. This is actually a pretty tall sculpture that we're making. So this is the windows, and these windows we're going to eventually have little fake candles in there and vellum windows, so it flickers and you'll actually see light through the window. So we are going to do the stitching on this tonight. That is the plan. We are using Teachable. That is what this project is on. So it is a 12-month stitch along. We are just doing the one. There's 12 total, and we are just doing the one here, the spooky clock tower. But it goes through all the seasons, all these cute little houses, all these cute little sculptures, these buildings, and it goes with the seasons. So the summer ones are summery, the spring ones are springy, and we are to the autumn ones. So if you do decide you want to do this with me, I have a link below here. It's for all of the 12 things together. So you'll get all the ones that have come out prior, and then next come the winter ones, and there's one more autumn one after this one. So we may do some more, but right now we are focusing on the spooky clock tower. Ours is more of like a collegiate clock tower, or a Hogwarts clock tower is kind of what it's turning out to be. So, all right, I'm going to flip you guys around, and we'll get going on this tonight. Okay, here are the two pieces that we're currently working on. This guy is just so cute. I love how those bricks turned out and everything. It's just darling. So we're actually done with that one for the time being. And we are on, this is the tower is what this part is called. So all this is glued on. It's kind of temporary glued on. It's waiting for us to stitch. And then these little window stills, those are glued with the tacky glue. So that's more permanent. So we are using that Teachable website. So I have my iPad here. It's the Teachable app, and we are on it. So it has the whole course here for every single one of the projects. Again, we are working on this spooky clock tower. So cute. We're right now working on this center area there, it looks like. And then this bottom part is the part that we have done. And that is the plan. So this is our cute little adorable dude that we're making. And we are on the stitching the tower part. So we did a lot of this. We are now on to the stitching. So we're going to blanket stitch the edges around here. So that is the plan for tonight. We'll see how far we get. We might even get a start on the next section. So in the instructions, it has the black floss going around the edge here. But I was just looking at this. We kind of set up that brickwork is kind of done with that burgundy. We, instead of using black here, we use that burgundy just because we thought it'd be cute to match the burgundy up here. I'm wondering if wherever brickwork or stonework is suggested, like it is around the windows here, I'm wondering if we continue with the burgundy. I think I kind of like that idea. Even though it's going to blend into the background here, then we're kind of just keeping it the same. And then every once in a while we'll use the black. Like I think, we have the clock here. This is the actual numbers on the clock. like for that we could do black, and then maybe it will contrast the burgundy. I don't know. I think that's the plan. So I'm going to get this burgundy out again. Again, if you pull from the side that has the large label on, then it shouldn't get tangled all that much, and you can just pull your floss right out of the skein without even having to do anything. Like we've pulled a lot out of the skein already, and I can still keep the labels on, so that's kind of fun. Hopefully this is enough. We will see, I suppose. Okay, there's my needle. I thought I lost my needle here for a sec, but we're good. You guys, I had to wear a scarf and gloves today. I'm not onto the winter coat yet, but oh man, I needed the scarf and gloves. It's getting there here. It's crazy to think that some of you have like 100-degree weather still. And some of you have snow, like 3 feet of snow. It's just so bizarro. All right, I'm going to start right on the edge here. I'm going to come up just outside this shape right here. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way around here, and I'm going to come up. Actually, I'm going to even go all the way through with my needle, and I'm going to come up along the edge. Oh, you know what? We forgot to do something. I thought something felt a little funny. So we have to actually mark. I'm going to get a little taller or more upright for you guys. We have to mark where we're going to put the bricks. I'm starting and I'm like, wait, I'm not just putting a blanket stitch on here. I actually need to mark where these are bricks. I need to mark out where the bricks go. So just using this as a guide, I'm not going to trace it or anything. I'm just going to use it as a guide. So an easy place to start is right in the middle. It looks like we have a line right in the middle. So I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm going to throw a line right in the middle there. And then it looks like we have two kind of curve around and then two here. We're just gonna give it a go, and wherever it ends up being, we're gonna do that. I'm just kind of imagining that I have a pivot point like right here. So I'm kind of imagining, because this is kind of like if I think of this as a circle, the center would be about right there, and that's kind of where I'm gonna come off for the lines until I get to this straight down. So now I'm going to just think about them being about the same size as each other. So there, and we'll just center that there. All right, I think that's looking pretty good. So I'm just going to kind of mirror that on this side as best I can. It's not going to be the end of the world if this is a little wonky. Actually, if it's a little wonky, I think it'll be a little cuter. All right, there we go. That looks good. They're kind of tighter up here compared to down here, but oh well, whatever. So same deal here. Looks like we got a top and bottom. So this is just temporarily glued with the glue stick, so it's kind of wanting to come off, so I'm trying to be a little gentle when I draw on here. Okay, and then these just get split in half. I was like, how big do I make these stitches? And I'm like, oh wait, they're bricks. I gotta draw them out here first. All right, so same thing here. We're gonna start with that center one. And then I'm gonna just try and mimic this. So I'm actually just gonna drag these ones over so they're about the same height. This is about right here. And then we're just gonna divide this like into thirds there. Okay. Oh, bummer, Robin. I'm sorry that's you're not able to pop in here right now. Okay, there and there. All right, we're almost done. Get this guy. This one's easy. Just divide and divide and then divide one more. Okay, I feel better now. Now we know where to stitch. Okay, back here. So I'm going to come all the way around, like all the way through the window, and I'm going to come up right outside that first line, which kind of feels a little bit awkward, but all we need to do is remember that we want to come up in between the loop right there, because I want my thread that just came out from the back, I want that to catch this first loop. I'll get a little closer for the next one. Got to get a rhythm down here. But there we go. So this is going to be our first blanket stitch. So we've made a line there. It loops all the way around to the back. And you can see a little bit on the outer edge here. So we have like this cute little outer border, it looks like. So, all right. So again, I'm going to go into the middle. You know, normally I'd be going into the fabric here and coming out, but there's no fabric. It's just the window. So, all right, so I'm all the way down under and then coming out just through. It looks like I'm coming like in between the gray and the burgundy, but I'm not. I'm going all the way under and then coming up on the burgundy, and then I'm going to put my loop behind. So I'm coming out in the middle of that loop, and my string is catching that loop, and I'm kind of just fidgeting the stitches to where I want them to be. But there we go. That's looking cute. All right, again, all the way to the back, and then up on the edge, and make sure that I'm going through the loop again. Kind of trying to get it in place. These are pretty big blanket stitches, but it's meant to look like these bricks and give it a little nice clean edge here, which is cool. We're getting like a pretty little decorative edge. All right, and through and up. Ooh, I hope I have enough thread. I might have been cutting it pretty short here. Literally and figuratively. All right. Gonna get that loop in place again. Oh, it's looking pretty darling though. Ah! Neat. Okay, through and up, and through the loop. I feel like I haven't figured out a good hand position for this quite yet. Oh, that's fun, Grace. That's neat. That's neat that you're headed back to Wisconsin. It's gonna be chilly this time. Bring whatever you have for a heavy coat. All right, 2 more stitches, and this feller is done. I think I'm going to do the other window that's like this one first before doing the circle ones, just because then it'll feel the same doing the same thing. Okay, and I'm going to just end this kind of like how I started, like a stitch down next to the gray. So I'm just going to go right like that. and we are stitched down. Pretty cute. All right, so let's just tie a knot in the back. I'm just gonna catch some of the felt here. This felt is behind that black felt, so I'm not worried about tying a little knot because you're not gonna be able to tell. Okay, let's snip that. It blends right in. I think I picked this burgundy to match pretty well. So, all right, there we are. And all this will disappear. We'll add some heat to it when we're done with these pieces, and they should disappear enough that I don't think you'll be able to see that blue line because it's that friction pen. But all right, there's our first one. Let's head over to this one. I think I am going to get some new floss. We're going to have a bunch of floss bits that are about this long when I'm done, but oh well. All right, again, I'm going to grab from the side with the big thread and pull this top loop. I'm going to pull, I think I pulled 2 lengths worth. There we go. And that seemed plenty. Actually, it seemed like more than enough, so I'm going to snip it back a little bit farther. So I'm not using quite as much floss as last time, but I had a lot left over. Oh, yep, cold and damp, northern Minnesota. It's in northern Minnesota, it's like way colder than it is down by us, too. Oh, Kathy, yay, that's awesome. So that's great. I share what you make. I'm so excited that you got it. And if you're doing a different one, I'd love to hear which one you're going to stitch, because I would love to do another one of these, too. They're just so cute. All right, same deal. I'm gonna come up here. I mean, they just are so cute, and they just do seem like a holiday thing. That, well, I mean, like, these ones aren't. I mean, they're kind of holiday-ish, but you could have them out year round. But it'd be fun to like pull these Halloween fall ones out in autumn, and then have the winter ones, whatever those are going to be out, more in winter. I just think they're sweet little guys. I think for the right person, they'd be really cute gifts too. Like, I keep coming back to that schoolhouse. Like, for a teacher, that would be just like a really sweet little gift. A teacher who appreciates cute stuff and handmade stuff, and the right person. All right, I think this is going a little easier. I'm kind of making my stitch and then setting it on the table, and that's helping me to just kind of direct where I want the stitch to lay. There we are. Oh, John wanted to tell me that he says hi to everyone here. His family is in the northern, or not really northern, kind of mid-California area. That's nice. I will tell him that you said hi. Oh, it's just getting warmer and warmer by you now, isn't it, Noeline? Oh, that's where your family is, Gus. I see. Yep, same here. You guys are nice. That'll make his day. All right, one more after this. We're cruising. All right, we got these ones to do, but I think those are treated the same way. Let me just look. Yep, same exact way. So blanket stitch like what we're doing now. All right, there we are. Oh, about the Teachable app. So, okay, so it's not really an app. So first of all, Teachable is what this class. So Teachable is a website. So it's teachable.com. They might have an app, but I don't know. It's a website. I'm looking directly from the website on my iPad here, so I'm not looking at an app. But it's teachable.com, and what it is it's basically just an online platform to make it easier for teachers to teach all sorts of different classes. So it makes it easy for them because they can keep track of their students really easily. They can divide up their courses into like manageable chunks where it can track how far, for the student, it can track how far you are, or if you've missed anything. You can communicate with the teacher right through it. So it's just one of these nice, websites that someone came up with to help for like a single purpose. And this is to help take classes and help teach classes, basically. So it's teachable.com, and you spelled it right. It's teachable, A-B-L-E. There's all sorts of classes on there. There's a lot of like art-related classes, but I think they have other classes too. I guess when I'm looking at it, I don't look all that often, but when I'm looking, it's more like how to do calligraphy or something like that. But it can really be anything. So that's what Betz. So Betz White is the designer of this project, of this year-long stitch-along, and that's what she decided to use to teach with. I think it's just a really nice thing. There probably are free courses. I don't know, but so Teachable is not one of these things where you have to pay like $40 a month to use. It's not like that at all. So that's a really nice benefit of it. It's more just you see what classes there are, and then the teacher sets the price. So it's specific to whatever class. So some people may have a free course on there. I don't know. It's totally dependent on the instructor. So it's not like this whole monthly situation that a lot of these are, which I'm so over paying for everything by the month. And then I don't know. Sometimes you just want to pay for the thing and be done with it. You don't want to pay a monthly thing. So that's how this works. It's not, as far as I know, it's not by the month. It's just you pay for your courses, and then they're always there. So you can always look at the course whenever you want, and go at your own pace and all that. So it's teachable.com. But yeah, so that's Teachable. Kind of a neat little thing. If you have any interest in other topics or whatever, it's just a really kind of fun way to learn. And the instructors can post video or photos or just whatever they want to do, and it can come out like as however they want. Like with this one, for example, it's not everything all at once. It's more like a class that you go to where, this week's class, you learn this sort of thing. So that's why the winter ones aren't released yet, because the teacher has not released those. It's not that time yet. That lecture comes later. suppose I could have traded off. I could have made these windows black and the tall ones the burgundy, but I like sticking. No, I'm sticking with this burgundy for brickwork, stonework. But yeah, I have. Oh, you know what? They do a lot of other things than just art stuff. Like I took some like an online Facebook class, and there's like video courses, and I'm sure there's like writing courses, and just probably in like photography, just probably whatever you're interested in. There's probably some sort of course on there, and it is a nice just like eat at your own pace sort of thing. Thanks, Patty. Yeah, we are cruising on this. So, all right, I'm just going to anchor stitch this down. That's my last little loop. All right, I think that looks pretty cute. I'm just kind of stuffing the felt to the back. These are pretty big stitches, so the blanket stitches kind of want to come forward, but I think they're doing okay. It's not like we're going to be throwing this guy around or anything. All right, so I'm going to just tie a little knot here, and we will get our last little window done here. All right, let's find the end. All right, I'm going to get one more. Oh, this might be risking it, but I think this might be plenty. We'll see. It's pretty short, but it might be just enough to get around this last window. But yeah, go check out Teachable. Now I want to see what types of free courses are out there, because I'm sure there must be some free courses on things out there. Ooh, this little window's popping off a little bit. Oh, it's looking cute. All right, we'll start at the same spot. We'll start at the bottom. Through the window and up. It's kind of funny. Funny going through the window. This is really, these stitches is what's gonna hold this gray felt to the burgundy felt though, because we only tacked it down with or basted it down with that just a washable glue stick, which is pretty temporary, versus the tacky glue, which is more permanent. So this is just with that glue stick. I suspect anywhere where we're stitching, I don't know this for a fact, but based on how we've done this so far, my guess is wherever we stitch, we'll just baste it down temporarily with the glue stick. So it must be, that tacky glue must be hard to stitch through, or we gotta wait for it to dry, and we don't want to be stitching through wet glue. That kind of wouldn't work. Oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna have enough thread. I'm gonna have to start up another little. Well, we'll just use a scrap. Oh well. We'll see. We'll see how far this can stretch. Oh, it's not gonna stretch much more. Oh, I'm gonna be like shy by one stitch. Oh well. I knew I was gambling. Man, do I think I can get 2 stitches out of here? I don't know. Be awesome. 2 clumsy stitches, maybe. Let's see. It uses a lot of floss because you're wrapping it around so many things. Oh, do we go for it? I think we go for it. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it around. Gosh, I can't even reach. Okay. Go through here. There we go. Oh, this is how much thread I have here. I might have to re-thread it all I have to do is go to the back and tie a knot. Oh, I can just get it. The knot might be tricky, but it'll be easier because we're on the back. Oh, phew! All right, I still have the knot situation, but here I can go through the knot that way, and then I can come back just through the eye of the needle. That will work. And then kind of take it off the needle like that. Heh. Success! There we go. That's some good leftover bits. I can even throw that away. I don't even need to save that. All right. That was a close call there. All right, so there we are. I think we are done with this section here. Repeat around the window frames. Okay, then put the needle through the window opening, blah, 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 through the, okay, floss, okay. I think that's it. We are done. So I don't think these black bits get anything. Those that have been tacky glued down. So, all right, so we have this and this. I'm going to move along. Let's go back to the Teachable. So I won the thread chicken. Exactly. That's always very satisfying. All right, so I'm going to click complete and continue on the course because I'm done with that section. And it moves down to the next one right away. So, all right, stitching the clock house. So it looks about the same. We're going to prep our windows and cut out the holes for all those windows. Glue them on, then stitch them on. Okay, it looks like the same. The only thing kind of different is we have this black felt shape around the clock, and the actual clock part, this big circle, we are putting, they're more like, they're the blanket stitches still, but they're on the inside now, not the outside, and we're making like little tick marks for the clock, the hour, on the hour lines. So, all right, let's go back to the top, just so I have it in front of me here. All right, let's work on those shapes. I think we have some time yet tonight to prep that a little bit. So, all right, look how cute. We can kind of start seeing what it's gonna kind of look like a little bit here. Ugh, the colors are just starting to meld together, which is nice. Okay, we need, first off, here is the clock house. Here's our kind of like instructions. Okay, we have, oh gosh, there's so many little pieces. What do we got going on here? All right, clock face. We need that. This is, okay, clock house. This is the clock house. So we have the clock face. Here's another circle. The clock border. So that will be like right on top. Those are almost the same size. We'll have to cut out those circles. And then I think we have these two windows next to it. Yep, that's looking right. So, all right, we got to do all this prep work first. So let's do it for the pieces. I'm going to just snip into this window again. And we will, well, I don't know, maybe it's easiest to go to a corner first. These will get all the stitching around too, so if it's a little goofy, that will be fine. Using my super sharp scissors again. Pretty adorable. All right, I'm going to take the paper off right away too. This is that freezer paper. It should just come off right easy. Okay. We're going to have to draw the lines on here too, but let's just finish cutting things out first. That always takes some time. It's a little tricky cutting inside shapes, but it's working. All right, looking cute. This one's a little wonky maybe, but well, I like it. All right, clock face. Gosh, these feel littler than they look in the picture. Little by little. So I think the border, this clock border in theory should be the same size hole here, but however it ends up being, will be fine. All right, looks like circle. Okay, and the clock border has a little border to make it a little extra special, I'm guessing. Exactly, all the little bumps and wiggles give it character. And a clock tower should have some character, especially a spooky one. We're gonna get a little choppy here. Ugh, here I might actually go back a little bit and trim. Eh, that seems dangerous too. Yeah, let's just leave it. This one's gonna have some wonk to it. Not too bad. There we go. All right, so this goes on top of here. Obviously, we have to trace these onto the background yet. Oh, we're at that part right now. Great. So I'm going to set these aside. Let's set these guys aside. We need to draw the lines on the back. Oh, clock house here. So let's take this off. And I'm going to mark those top and bottom lines here. So let's grab our marker, our friction pen, marking these top bits, feeling like an architect again, and then the bottom, and we will connect these with our ruler here. Itty bitty seam guide ruler. This Perkins dry goods ruler works just right for this. Okay, so next we're gonna want to place these guys at the right spot and then draw that inside window on them. So I'm gonna do that thing where I just kind of held this here before. I'm gonna actually just fold this over. There we go. So throw a window here. This is just basically for how high it goes, and then I want to center it here. So I'm just gonna, I'll shimmy it till it looks centered, and actually looks pretty centered right there. So while it's here, I think I will, with my pen, I think I'll draw this line inside right away before this shimmies away on me. Okay, so right, oops, sorry, I think I hit you guys with my glasses there. Sorry for the bobble. Okay, and let's just get this other guy. Let's do this one right away. Assuming kind of the same height. All right, let's center that up. Looks good to me.
Okay, that's that. And last, let's get this circle, and I'll just use this big one here. I mean, it pretty much just looks kind of centered. I'm gonna kind of fold the circle in half, I think. That looks pretty good. And we'll just kind of line that up. So I think I gotta scooch him down. All right, that looks good. Let's center it. All right, that is right on the edge, this black border. So I gotta clean all of this up tonight because tomorrow is Finish It Friday, and we are gonna work on the triangle tango quilt. So I'm hoping, I'm hoping I can get all of these guys. I think they get just basted on. Yeah, so we're just going to glue these on. I want to get that done tonight yet. So let's cut these guys out and we'll baste it on. Then I'll have all these small pieces kind of contained, at least for this part. Then I can clean up all this project and I can get the sewing machine back out and we will sew rows and rows and rows together. Actually, we're not going to sew the rows together yet. We will be constructing rows out of the blocks. We have it all laid out and numbered, and they're in order. We just got to pull things off in the right order and sew it together. That'll feel like we got a lot accomplished, though. I think that's a lot of work getting those rows. So if we can get a few more rows constructed, that would be great. It would be awesome to start eventually sewing rows together and making a quilt here. So we'll get further on that project tomorrow. And I think I'm going to bring out my old sewing machine again, which is the newest one, the 1970s one. We'll get that guy running again and see how that goes. Corners of the building like the bottom. Linda, I'm not quite sure what you're asking. You'll see the edges of the felt, but that's why we're using felt. They're not going to fray, and it's actually kind of cute to see the edges, I think. All this is going to be lined with that Peltex, so it will be sturdy enough eventually. Robin, exciting! That's exciting. Congrats. All right. There we are. Okay, let's glue these guys on. I'll start. Okay, so it's not the tacky glue. We're just using the glue stick. The straight lines that I drew up and down. Oh, for this, I don't think, so no, we're not stitching on those lines. I think I suspect it's to use as a guide later when we put it onto the Peltex, because the Peltex has, we scored it with lines, so I'm guessing it's just a visual to line up with the Peltex later. However, I don't know for sure, because I don't have those instructions yet. So I think Betz is releasing the assembly instructions next week. So next week we will wrap up this stitching, hopefully. We might do a few extra things on, like the little ivy, and we talked about stitching some owls on or something. Who knows? But so we won't assemble it right away if we do all that stuff. But I think the instructions come out for it next week, so hopefully at some point next week we get to that. Oh, speaking of, you guys, I did, some of you were wondering, I did finally, if you haven't seen your emails today, I did finally get that make embroidery and those other two embroideries with some special bundles as well. I got those up on penguinandfish.com, so if you wanted to finally get one of those make embroideries that we stitched, gosh, was that for last Finish It Friday? That might have been last Finish It Friday. And no, I think we just decided to, no, maybe that was Finish It Friday, so that could have been a month ago. But those are available in the shop now, so they're up there at least for a little while. The bundles won't be there forever, probably just another week or so, but the kits will stay there, and I may start having the flour sack kitchen towels. I may have those as a listing on their own eventually here. I'm not sure about that yet. Right now they're part of the 3 kit bundle. Like if you get all 3 kits, then it comes with those. Oh wow, Robin. That's exciting. That'll be nice to get that done. Okay, so here's the border, and we still need to get that, the real clock part on here. This glue just wants to get all goobery on the back here, but this is that temporary glue that's, you know, it's really going to be held down with stitches once we get to it next week. Yeah, so in a week or so, I think, Dawn, once I'm sure that everyone has their bundles, I think we will stitch one of those designs onto a one of those kitchen towels, because I think that'll be fun. First of all, I can always use some nice, clean, new kitchen towels, and I think it'll be cute to stitch on them, just like you know, traditional embroidery that you find with all the cute little stitching on the towels. I'm kind of excited for that. All right, we are basted, and it's looking pretty cute. What's neat is that because this cloth has that double layer of felt, actually triple layer with the background, it just really bounces off the background, so that's going to make it feel special. It'll be fun to stitch. Just trying to, I think I need to scooch it up a hair. The great part. But I think we're looking good. So, all right. So on Monday, we will come back to this one. Let's lay it all out. Oops, that's a tiny piece I need to save. We will come back to this and stitch it down. So let's see, how does this work? This goes here, and then this, and then I think we just have like a little platform or something. So like this platform goes here, or it goes down here. It goes somewhere, but it sits on a platform like this. Oh, actually, here's another piece. Maybe it's this one. It's probably this one. There we go. So that will come in the assembly part, I'm assuming. So we'll see. Those assembly instructions come next week. So we just have this to stitch, and we do still have the roof. So we have some stitching on this roof, and I'll show you that here. I can find it. Ooh, it's definitely time to clean up here. I have just my template pieces are everywhere. So, all right, here's the roof. We have all this kind of neat little shingling to stitch. So there is quite a bit of embroidery yet, but I mean, you know, look at it. Even flat, it's kind of coming together. And then it gets these spooky little spikes on the top. So I'm just going to come up here a little bit. There it is. Look, you can start to see it. Ugh, for cute. That's cute. And then there'll be like these little black platforms like in the middle. So there'll be like a little overhang there and here. Oh, and then we'll put vellum in all of the windows. That'll be fun. So there'll be these frosty windows. Looks amazing. I think it's so freaking fun. Awesome. All right, you guys, I'm going to flip you around and we will call it an evening here. Hello. So I just think it's looking so adorable. It really, like with every step, it's just looking cuter and cuter and cuter. I'm loving the colors. I'm happy I ended up with them. It was kind of a mistake ending up with them. They didn't have the purple at Joann's when I went there, which was really pretty, but I ended up with this burgundy and the gold, which I love. All right, I'm excited. So I will get this up on YouTube at Penguin and Fish Movies if you want to see the replay. And then tomorrow, again, it is Finish It Friday. The first Friday of every month, we stop what we're working on and get one of those unfinished projects out and get an hour spent on an unfinished project. And just that hour spent on it, that usually gets the ball rolling and gets the project done. So just that tiny amount of time on something unfinished, it's been going well. I'm happy with that. Just once a month, and eventually it gets done. So we will get that Triangle Tango quilt out again for that. And I'll get the sewing machine up and everything. So thank you again, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a great evening. Good night.